What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? I'm trying to come in here real quiet, y'all. I listened to my tape earlier today, y'all. Why y'all ain't tell me I be yelling at you? I be yelling. Why y'all ain't tell me that? Why y'all why y'all ain't tell me your girl be hollering at you? I had no idea. Just loud for no reason. Why y'all ain't tell me? I be in here hollering at you. Listen, I'm trying to get this fixed. Let's see what's going on in over here in Instagram land. If you come in and say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Hashtag Guru Click. Hey, Kimberly, thank you so much for joining me. Y'all, this hair, this wig, it ain't acting right today. But let me see what's going on. I'm trying to see this camera here. Let's see if this works better. Let's see if that works a little better. Hey, I thought it was the Texan in you. Not all Texans are loud, but yeah, we pretty. Yeah, it's something about us. We just happy to be here, right? Hey, Portia. Hey, girl. Hey, y'all. Let me try to fix this wig. Hey, Tanisha. Thank you so much. Hey, Tequila. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I'm trying to fix my camera, y'all. My boys come in here a lot, and they use my camera for what do they use it for, child? Which class is it? I think it's Spanish for Spanish, right? And they're of course they come in here, they can't just come and sit their behinds down somewhere. They gotta mess with stuff. So that's what had happened. Okay. So I'm trying to fix my camera so that I am on screen on Instagram. Y'all bear with me while I fix my hair because life. Um, but yeah, you know how that goes. Let's see. I think I'm on there on Instagram. I think we good on Instagram. But if you're coming in and say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Let's see. I'll fix it again. Let's see if that works better. I'm just gonna put it in a big old ponytail and see what had happened. But y'all come on in and say, hey, what's up? Tequila said hashtag Guru Click. Hey girl, I'm so glad you're here. Kristen said, hey, hashtag Guru Click. Kristen has been one of the original Guru Click members. She started when I was on here, y'all. Little bit, y'all don't know my story at all, but child, I came on here doing homeschool coaching, I think in 20, I want to say 2018. And y'all, at first, y'all, I was talking to myself. Wasn't nobody there. Wasn't nobody talking to me or nothing. Hey, Danetta, thank you so much for joining me on Instagram. Wasn't nobody talking to me. Wasn't nothing, child. So I was just coming on here in 2018 talking to my darn self, okay? Just talking to my darn self. But Kristen was one of the first people to show up and follow and do the darn thing, right? She was always supportive, always there. I appreciate her. Kimberly as well is one of the original Guru Clicks members as well. Y'all, listen, I'm mad at my hair. Okay, it's doing like y'all see the curl is popping, right? Like it's doing its thing, but then it's also doing its thing, right? Like at the same time. Like, I don't know. Let me see. If y'all that have natural hair, y'all know how it goes. Sometimes it just does the most. Let's see if I can put another hair tie on it and kind of shape that ball a little bit better. And then it's sideways. You know what? Me and my ball just gonna be sideways. Okay, that's what we gonna be. We gonna be okay. Let's see. Tanisha says, "Quick and easy." I know, right? Right. Hey, the image chef. I'm so glad that you're here. Hey, Valencia. I'm glad that you're here. I didn't realize we were neighbors. I'm in Mississippi. Yes, we are. Right. We got a little bit of state in between us, Louisiana, but we are fairly close to each other. I actually typically, since pre-COVID situation, would travel to the Mississippi area at least once a year or something to that effect. But I have not been able to do that. My husband is a um, graduated from JSU, and so we tend to come and visit, do homecoming, all that good stuff. But we have not been able to do that, y'all. I'm trying to get my camera right. Bear with me, okay? Darn, kids always messing with something. But if you're coming in, say, hey, what's up? Let me know that you're here. Let's get started. We are doing part 2 of homeschooling or not. That's what we're talking about, okay? If you're coming in, say, hey, what's up? Ask whatever questions that you may have pertaining to homeschooling. Your girl is there to help you out. If there's something that you need to ask that maybe we missed, please do so. but we're just going to roll. So I'm going to introduce myself just in case you're unfamiliar with me. My name is Sean Taylor. I go by the name of Sean, the homeschool guru, and I am a homeschool coach, and I specialize in helping families transition into homeschooling, right? So I'm out here in these homeschool streets helping the people that are already homeschooling. I'm out here in these homeschool streets helping the people thinking about homeschooling, and I'm out here in these homeschool streets thinking about helping the people who are judging the homeschoolers, right? Helping them to understand what homeschooling is. It does not look like what it used to look like. The face of homeschooling has changed. What it is has changed. What it means has changed. And I'm here to, your girl here, right? Your girl here. Let's see. Image Chef says, I'm so close to doing it. Okay, so listen, Image, let's talk about this, okay? Homeschooling or not is the topic. What is stopping you from doing it? What is it that is stopping you, or what has you thinking like, oh, I'm close, I want to do it, but I'm not sure. So talk to me, okay? She said, so scared, but my oldest has been getting into trouble in school, and not for being bad or disrespectful, just being bored and walking around the class. Okay, so I understand you're scared. You're scared about your capabilities, about you being able to homeschool. What is it that you're concerned about? Okay. Let's see. Sakita says, whoop, whoop, right? The I love, right, right? Hey, Ann. So we're talking about homeschooling or not. This is a perfect time and an opportunity for you to ask questions. I've got somebody on Instagram right now stating that they are thinking about it. They're so close to homeschooling, but they're concerned or worried or scared. And so let's talk about those things. What are some of the things that scare you about homeschooling or possibly being a homeschooler, considering it like you think it may work? And what I'm finding too as a coach is that a lot of families after COVID, are noticing that, well, let me start over. Virtual school wasn't working for them, but what they did notice is when they stepped away from virtual school and did their own thing, that it worked a lot better for them, right? And so if that's you, right, the independence is there. That's something that you can do. It's definitely, homeschooling is definitely an option for you to look at. One of the best things about homeschooling is, again, that we get to pick what our kids want to learn, get to learn, right? So for instance, even if my child right now says, you know what, I want to do something different, I want to go a different path, we can explore those different paths beforehand. I have a client who's absolutely amazing. Her son has wanted to be an electrician for years. Like, she's known that. And so in her state, she's allowed to have him do apprenticeships at the age of 15. So at the age of 15, her son has been doing apprenticeships for an electrician. By the time he graduates from high school, he'll have so much knowledge under his belt and be ready to do his own thing. It's just going to be amazing for him in the long run, right? So what is it? What are we talking about? Like, what is preventing you from crossing that line to, yeah, we about to homeschool, we about to do this thing? Because I will tell you, I've told you guys in my book how to transition to homeschooling. I've told you all about that thousands of times. It was never in my plan to homeschool my kids. No joke. I wasn't about that life. I wasn't trying to be about that life. I was working at a transportation company, and then transferred to another business, and I was doing my thing, right? And I thought that I was going to be in leadership and I was going to keep rolling and keep going. And that was my goal, right? To continue to grow my career and do the things that I wanted to do as far as my career was concerned. I had started from the ground up, literally part-time. It was never in my plan to homeschool, but I would never trade that decision. I wouldn't trade the journey. I wouldn't trade what led us here, any of that. I wouldn't trade any of that for the world. Okay. Let's see. Hey, progress with Portia. Let's see. So scared, and it's not. She said, leaving my job. So what makes you think that you have to leave your job? Okay. What makes you think that that's going to be a requirement? Let's see. And if I will be able to teach him more, just changing up what I'm used to doing, getting out of my comfort zone. And sometimes it feels good dropping them off when I need a few minutes to myself. Listen, you're normal. Okay, Image, you're normal. It does feel great to drop your kids off and say, okay, be blessed, I'll pick you up later, right? It does feel great to have that moment and that safety, that break that you need as a mom. And I'm going to be honest with you, as a homeschooling mom, it can be rough to do that because it's all on your shoulders, right? The responsibility is on your shoulders. But who said you had to quit your job, fam? Like, you may not be able to work the current job. You may have to find something else. But who says you're not going to be able to work? Like, who has said that? Who told you that? Okay. Let's see. Ann says, I looked into teaching textbooks and I think it will be great for my kids. I'm not going to lie, Ann. I'm having a great time with teaching textbooks. I like the fact that I can set them up and say, do this lesson, and it does everything for them. And then they take their quiz or whatever and go from there. And then I can go back with the grades and look and see what they're understanding and what they're not understanding. So yeah, I like that. I like that 100%. Okay. Tequila says, wow, that's neat. I assume she is speaking about the, electrician, right? Him doing his apprenticeship right now when he's 15. Okay. Let's see. Wait, Image, are you now on Facebook? What happened? Tell me if you're on Facebook, because now I feel like, okay, hey, tell me what's going on. It looks like I'm getting double comments, which is weird. Okay, Ann says, I'm trying to do that, electrician now, and my son wants to. Just trying to figure out how all will work out. So, Ann, what I would say is, I don't know how old your son is. I don't remember. If you told me before, I apologize. Sometimes information gets jumbled up. What I will say to you is that my first step, depending upon if they're in high school, is I would start reaching out to my local technical college or something, technical program, local, whatever is available, and see what options you have as to getting him into school. If in your local area, if you're a small town, I would ask those electricians that are local what options they have. They'll be able to tell you what he can and can't do at that age, all that good stuff. So I would definitely just kind of start doing my research and filling out what can and cannot be done at his age. Again, I don't think, like down here, I don't think that you could be an apprentice at 15, but you definitely could be one later on. I don't think you have to be one at 18 is what I'm saying. Okay. No, I'm not on Facebook. Okay. So something's going on. So answer my question though. Who had told you you had to quit your job and you can't homeschool? Who had told you that? I'm just curious, because it's not true. Okay. Now, your current job may not fit your lifestyle. It may not fit your goals and your ambitions and what you're trying to do for your baby. But that doesn't mean that you have to quit your job. That may mean you need to find a different job or a different shift or something to that effect. Homeschooling is literally thinking outside of the box. That's basically what it boils down to, right? It's seeing education in a completely different way, in a custom-made way for your child. And so, for instance, there are ladies that are in the Homeschooling with Sean group that homeschool during the evening time or at night because they work late shift, right? Or they work that first shift. What does that look like for you and your family? Okay. What options? She says, I just want to be out and about with our learning, which is okay. So that may be a little bit more difficult, because if you want to be physically out and moving around, that means you're going to have to sacrifice some of your rest, especially if you are working. Okay. And so, but that's the thing. Let's come up with a plan. Okay. I know you're scared. Okay. Do it scared. If you honestly feel that this is what is best for your child, do it scared. The information is out there for you. Everything that you need is out there for you. Don't let your fear stop you from doing what you feel is best for your child. Okay. And here's another thing. Say, for instance, you get into this homeschooling thing. And I'm going to tell you, people jump into homeschooling thinking let me do this homeschooling thing for a month. Let me do this homeschool thing for 3 months and see how it works. And if it's not working, I'm going to put my kid back in a school. That's not how homeschooling works. You typically find your wings after the first year of homeschooling, really start to feel a little bit more comfortable. And then sometimes that doesn't even happen. Sometimes it happens, later on. But what is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is you decide that it's not working and you put your child back into school. Whoop-de freaking do, right? Like it's okay. So I'm going to say, don't be scared. Do it scared. Okay. And your feelings are legitimate, but do it scared. Just get it done. If you feel like it's what's supposed to happen, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's see. And the hours for my job are 9 to 5. I've been researching for years. I just need to do it. Yeah, you have to pull a trigger. You've been researching for years. Come up with a plan that's going to work for you. Okay. So if you're doing 9 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday, that may be doing one subject a day in the evenings. That may be working Tuesdays and Thursdays, and schoolwork Tuesdays and Thursdays evenings, and then also, doing some on Saturday and Sunday, or your day may look completely different than an average person who is not working and homeschooling, like not a 9 to 5 is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Hey, Learn Language. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me jump on here. Let's see. He's 14. Okay, so Anne, I would reach out immediately. I would say, hey, I've got my 14-year-old. This is what he's interested in. What steps can we take to get him in your program? Like, is it an option? Okay. Tequila says, my kids are 10, 6, and 23 months and 3 months. God bless you. Lord have mercy. Woo! 23 months and 3 months. Bless your heart. I don't know how you doing it, child. Let's see. Got it. But what do I have him do while I'm working? He is not much of an independent worker. You could give him assignments. You could do that. But if he's not much of an independent worker, that's going to be rough. It would be, though, to be honest with you, almost like he's at home in the evenings by himself, right? Kids are at home in the evening doing by themselves. Like they may do their homework, they may not do their homework, that type of situation. So you kind of have to be prepared for that and know who your baby is, like know for sure, like what he's about and what he's going to do. Okay. You can give him an assignment and hope that he does best. Okay. But do it scared. Yeah, absolutely. Do it scared. Don't do it because you'll worry yourself to death. And here's the thing. We all get a little scared. Y'all, I call myself Sean the homeschool guru. And sometimes I'll be sitting here like, I mean, we all get scared, right? Because we don't want to jack up what our kids are doing. We don't want to jack up their life. We want to give them the best opportunity. We don't want to hinder them in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion, right? So we all are a little scared, to be honest with you. You're good. Take it step by step, little bit by little bit. Okay. All right. Kimberly says, you can work and homeschool. I was working all morning and just now homeschooling this evening. I'm about to teach a CBE class in 30 minutes. Then we'll pick back up when I get finished. Yeah. So you can work and homeschool. I'm an entrepreneur, so it's a little different, right? I can set my hours. Our businesses, I can set my hours and say what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, and how I'm going to do it most times. Now, there are some times when it's immediate and I have to do things that I don't necessarily want to do. But if you want to homeschool and work, you can work and homeschool. It comes with setting boundaries. It comes with setting boundaries. It comes with you being consistent. It comes with you holding yourself accountable and saying, during this time, I am going to do this, right? This is going to happen. This is what we're going to do. Okay. Image, let me know if that helped a little bit. I understand. I get it. I know you're scared. I'm not trying to discount that in any type of way whatsoever. What I'm trying to say to you, though, is do it scared. It's going to be okay. Okay. You will find your rhythm. Just don't expect to find your rhythm in 30 days. That's not how homeschooling works. Okay. It may take a minute for you to find your rhythm. Tequila says, do it scared. Yeah, I would do it. The very first thing I would say for you to do, Image, is to find out your state laws. I'm not sure what state you're in, but find out your state laws. It's legal to homeschool in every state in the United States. It's legal, but there are some states that are stricter than others. So for instance, the East Coast is strict, like pretty strict. Down South is not so strict. The West Coast is probably in between, moderate as far as that's concerned. But I would start there first, is finding the state laws and making sure that you can commit to following the state laws. And the reason why is, I tell my clients all the time, you don't want that smoke. You don't want them people knocking on your door because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So you want to make sure that you are following the laws according to the laws, or according to what it is. Whether you agree with them, whether you think they're dumb, whether you don't think they should have the right to say whatever the case may be, you don't want that smoke at all. So don't do it. Just follow the laws and keep it moving. Okay. Hey, Jazzy Tees. I'm in Maryland. We grow as we go. Exactly. We grow as we go. I like that learn language. Yes. So check out Maryland state laws. You can go on hslda.org and they have all of the state laws, homeschooling laws listed by state. Okay. Look at your state laws and make sure that you are in agreement with, yeah, this is something that I can do. I can follow your laws, whether they're dumb or not. I don't agree with them. I can still follow them and do what I'm supposed to do. You do not want that smoke. I don't care who it is, where you are, what had happened, all that good stuff. You don't want that smoke, period. You don't want it. Okay. You don't. Half-hearted. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Okay. Kimberly says fear equals face everything and rise. Hashtag you can do this. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Hey, Hope. Hey, girl. Hey, it's been a while. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Cindy. Hey, girl. Hey. Let's see. How do you make that work? Hope, what are we talking about? What did I say? Sorry, I sent that by mistake. Oh, you're good. You're good. How do I make what work? What did you ask? Okay. Kristen says, had my yearly OMG, am I doing the right thing? Scare last month. Been doing this for years and still get scared. It's okay though. You can do it. That's somebody else that's telling you can do it. Listen, I'm telling you, we all get scared. We all get concerned because we want our kids to succeed. Okay. We want them to succeed. We don't want them to fail and it to be a reason that we did something that they fail. We don't want, to be honest, we don't want our kids to be in therapy talking about us, right? We don't want that, right? Because we're doing our best to make sure they're good, they're ready, they got everything they need. Probably though, if they do go to therapy, they're gonna end up on somebody's couch talking about us, right? Because we don't know everything. Like learn a language says, we learn and grow. Like some things I used to do, I don't do anymore. Some things I used to find acceptable, now I'm like, oh, that was bad. I should have never done that. Like that's not good. Okay. So listen, I mean, you can do it. That's 2 other mamas telling you can do it. 3 other mamas you can telling you can do it. Okay. Holly says, I was asking how that lady works full-time in homeschooling. Oh, okay. So the one that was, so for her, she was working, I think you're talking about Kimberly. She's working during the day, right? And then she's doing schooling when she finishes or when she's done at night. It depends now, depending upon your work schedule and all that good stuff, you can do 1 subject a day. Okay. So you can work your normal 9 to 5, come home, and maybe you only do math on Mondays, right? And then you come home on Tuesdays, you only do science, or you come home and you do blah, 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 right? And then Saturdays and Sundays, you use those days to help as far as that's concerned. The typical homeschool day, and I've said this before, the typical homeschool day should not last more than 6 hours. And when it comes down to it, which is one of the reasons why I had an issue with Abeka for my family, because with the videos, and at that time we were only doing English language arts, ELA, and science. With the videos, with the assignments that they were doing in class, they were spending a good hour and a half on each lesson. But then they would give homework assignments, and the homework assignments would be 45 minutes to an hour. Like it was just too much time. Now, Abeka's not like that for everyone. This is the high school level, right? So it's going to be a little bit different compared to everybody else. But do that type of situation, okay? Let's see. Jazzy says, I work full-time and homeschool in the evenings for 4 hours. There you go. There's somebody else, okay? Jazzy also says, I enrolled at the YMCA today. So excited for the kids to socialize with other age groups. Also, it will be a PE grade for homeschooling. Exactly. So I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, right? Jazzy took my advice. And it didn't come from me. It did not generate for me. I had a speaker, Lakeisha, that was in my tailor-made homeschooling conference. And she's a single mother that homeschools, right? Listen, this chick is so dope. Okay. She says, in order for her to get her me time, to get her break, and also for the kids to get the socialization, she enrolled the kids in an after-school program at the local school or the YMCA or whatever the case may be. So y'all, she's homeschooling her kids at home. And then a couple of days out the week, she goes and drops them off at the after-school program so that she can get her some alone time, sleep or rest or have a coffee by herself without somebody asking for something. Like, listen, that was like, when she said that in the conference, I was like brain exploded, right? And so that's an option too, right? If that's something that you want to do, you need a break. After school programs, YMCAs, after school programs, the local rec center, all that kind of stuff may be an option for you. Hey, LVZN, I was just thinking about you. I hadn't seen you in a while. I was just thinking about you. Just thinking about you. I was like, I hadn't seen her in a while. Image said she's in Maryland. And I was thinking, well, where's LVZN? I hadn't seen her in a while. Let's see. Okay. Did that answer your question, Hope? Let me know. If not, we'll keep going back. Cindy says, I'm a correctionals nurse and I work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. 5 days a week. If I can do it, you can too. So Cindy does 1 subject a day as well. Okay. So that's how she does hers. I'm speaking for her. I believe that's what she does. But yeah, Cindy, that's what Cindy does. So again, you can work and homeschool your children. It comes with a different mindset. Your mind changes. It's not going to be like normal school. You're going in at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're there till 3 o'clock in the evening. That's not what it's going to be when you're working and you're homeschooling. Okay. Hey, Jamila. Jamila says, I have OMG moments daily. My nerves are shot because my baby wants to go to school next year for 8th grade. I'm a nervous wreck that she won't be ready. Ugh. Okay, so you can't worry about that, Jamila. All you can do is prepare her as best to your ability, right? Prepare her as much as possible. And then when it comes down to her going back to public school, then that's a decision that you have to make as a parent. Now, I know that there are some homeschool coaches that tell you flat out, your kid wants to go. Yeah, my glasses are lopsided. Your kid wants to go back to public school. Send them, send them, send them. That's not me. That's not my ministry. I don't feel like you should send your kids. If you pulled your kids out for a reason and you feel like they should be at home, then I believe you should stick with that, right? Unless that changes for you. I don't think you should allow the kids to make that decision for you, right? Because 9 times out of 10, there's a reason that you pulled them out of school and they don't necessarily understand it, but obviously you saw something or you saw fit to pull them out of school. So why would you just put them back on in because they said so? And so if you don't feel like it's a good thing, Jamila, then don't. But if you do, then go for it. She'll be fine. And if they get in there and she's not prepared, then you know what you say is, I did my best. Where do we go from here? Okay, she's not prepared. So what steps do I take to get her prepared? Like, where do I go from here? You just flat out ask him, hey, I did my best. I busted my behind to make sure she was educated. She's missing some stuff. Okay, fine. What do I do to make sure she's good? Does she need a tutor? Does she need an extra tutor? Does she need that? Like, what is it that I can do to help her succeed in this situation? Jamila, don't worry, child. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Jazzy Tees, I get to be in the jacuzzi while they're on their classes at the Y so I can get some me time. Exactly. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, LVZN. Child, I'm doing well. Okay. Kimberly says, let's see, I own my own business. I own my own business. This morning I saw lactation patients all morning. This evening from 5:30 to 8:30, I will be in a childbirth education class. We homeschooled from noon until now. While I am in CBE class, he will be finishing up his science report to turn in. Okay. So that's how she gets it done, right? So she was doing her lactation patients this morning, right? 5:30 to 8:30. She was doing, or no, I messed that time up, but she was doing her lactation patients this morning, and then they did schoolwork, and then she's going into another birthing class from 5:30 to 8:30. Her son is going to work on a project in the meantime while she's in those birthing classes. Okay, so it's possible. It is about finding what works for you. What works for you and your lifestyle? How does this fit? Like, how can I homeschool my kids and still make a living, do whatever it is that I need to do? Okay. Kimberly says, on days I have to work a birth, there is no school that day. Well, I get that because you're completely consumed by that. Completely consumed. Cindy says, yes, for my first grader. There you go. One subject today. Okay. Kimberly says, if I have a patient coming all afternoon, we do school early in the morning. If they are coming all morning, I homeschool in the evening. So she's literally flip-flopping, right? What she needs. And for us, and my kids just mentioned this to me recently, that they get frustrated and upset because they don't get to go on as many field trips as they used to go on. And part of that is because my boys have gotten older, they're playing more competitive sports. And so the opportunity or the option to train has presented itself. And so my boys have been training a lot more during the day, which means that they are missing field trip opportunities in the same token. And so now my goal is to find out how to get my work done, how to get their training done, and also how to get the field trips instituted back into our daily, well, not our daily lives, but our homeschooling life. And a lot of that stopped when COVID hit, right? Field trips were canceled. Like I tell all the time, people was like, oh, you guys should be used to staying at home. When COVID hit, everybody was like, oh, homeschoolers should be good. Y'all should be used to staying at home and under lockdown. I'm like, child, what do you mean? We're not at home. Like, we out in these streets more than you are. When y'all go to school and y'all go to work, we out here living our best life. So this is worse for us than it is for y'all because we're usually just roaming around free, right? Let's see. Portia says, Hope Hollingsworth, my kids are 6 and 4. I work from home. It's very strict and I have to be in front of computer during work hours. I have a college student who comes daily for about 3 hours to work with them. That is amazing. Portia, that is absolutely a wonderful idea. What you can do, okay? And this is another thing. Kimberly was doing this last, I think over the summer, maybe. or early in their year, in the school year. But what you can do is, depending upon where you are, if you have local college kids that can teach courses for you to get credit hours, whatever the case they may need, maybe they need to be in an environment where they're teaching kids while you're working, having them come and teach your kid, right? Whatever subject they need to teach. Or for that instance, like a nanny-ish type situation as well, or an actual teacher, like doing their work with them, right? So here, these are their assignments. Can you sit down and do these assignments with them while I'm at work? So again, working in homeschooling comes with you thinking outside of the box. It's not going to be traditional. It's not going to be what you expected. It's not going to work like everybody else's. You're not going to be in school from 8 to 3 like the normal folks. You might be, but your situation is going to look different than the average homeschool situation or the average school situation in general. Okay. I like that. I like that. That was nice. Jamila says, right. Okay. Thank you. You're absolutely welcome. Kimmy says, still doing this. The student was here earlier. He comes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to teach art. So she has a local college student that comes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to teach art to her child. All she does is grab the supplies and says, go be great. And he teaches art to her son for her. So that's an option as well. Again, homeschooling is thinking outside of the box. How can you get them educated properly, but not in the most traditional way? But how does it fit your family? How does it fit your schedule? How does it fit your lifestyle? Okay. Kristen says, no, we go to so many places. It was hard when COVID hit. Not going to the library was the hardest. Exactly. Yeah, we rolled around as homeschoolers. One of the best things we did was we woke up late. So we woke up in our house maybe around 8 or so, left the house around 9. We would leave, do whatever we're going to do, and be back to the house maybe around 2:30, because during that time, everybody was at work or at school. So we had the freedom to do whatever it is that we wanted to do, whether it was going to the library, whether it was sitting in a coffee shop, whether it was a local museum, science museum, field trip, go ride horses, whatever it was that we wanted to do, we could do it, because guess what? Everybody else was at school and at work. There were no lines, nothing like that. We were just rolling. We were just doing what we do. Okay. All right. So listen, it's 5:35, y'all. That's a good conversation, y'all. We pushed that on through, right? I didn't even get to none of the rest of the stuff. But do you have any other questions when it comes to homeschooling and working? It can be done. I promise you it can be done. I told you I have my book, and I'm not trying to sell it, but if you want to buy it, Lord, my shelf is about to fall. Hold it, Jesus. Hold it, Jesus. Hold it, Jesus. Look at God. It didn't fall. I'm going to fix it as soon as I get done. This book right here, I've told you about this one, right? African American Homeschooling Mompreneurs, right? And there are a total of 12 different authors telling you guys how we work and homeschool our children at the same darn time, right? And my tip for you is block scheduling. I've always said that. That's how I work. I set up blocks for me to do things. Another thing that I do, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I make lists. Oh, it's green. I don't think you're going to be able to see. My notepad is green. Let's do that. Okay, my notepad is green. Let's see. Come back. Come back to me. It's green, y'all. My notepad. Okay, just pretend like you can see it. Okay, my notepad is green, right? So you can't see it. But I make lists during those blocks. I make lists of things that I want to get done in those blocks. I don't do anything but whatever's on my list. Okay. I turn off my phone. I don't answer text messages. If I'm working on our transportation business, homeschooling stuff doesn't get done. If I'm working on my homeschooling stuff, the transportation stuff doesn't get done. Like, I am big on block scheduling, and I am big on making lists. I have them, like I have this list right here, and then I have a list in my journal, well, my planner of things that I'm supposed to do each day. Okay, so be organized more than anything else is going to be helpful. Is this book on Amazon? It is on Amazon, but let me get you the link. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get you the link of where it is. But yeah, so there's a total of 12 different authors, right? And we're all talking about different ways that we homeschool and educate our children at the same time. Okay, Jamila, there's that link for you. But it's possible. You definitely can homeschool and work at the same darn time. And I said GOT. Okay. It doesn't have to be I don't know. It doesn't have to be as difficult as you think it is. And there's going to be a time when you're going to be frustrated, and there's going to be a place where things don't work the way that you think that they should work. Like, all of that's going to happen. There's going to be a time where you make your list and nothing on your list gets done. There's going to be a time where you block off time to get stuff done and you still manage to not do what you need to do. That's going to happen, right? So allow yourself some grace and some mercy. It is what it is. Stuff happens. Pick up where you left off and keep it moving. Real talk. And that's me talking to you, right? Today was a great day. We got done with school. I let my kids sleep in, first of all, okay? Which I let them sleep in until 8:30. Normally I get them up at 8 o'clock, which is not a lot, but 30 minutes counts. Y'all know. Let them sleep in until 8:30. We got schoolwork. They came in, sat right down, got their schoolwork done. By 12:15, actually, I think 12:30, we were completely done with our schoolwork for the day. I was able to run errands. I was able to catch up on some other things. I was able to do some things in my group. Like, I was able to do things. This was a great day, right? However, tomorrow, we'll probably come in here tomorrow and we'll be behind. At 3 and 4 o'clock, we'll still be doing schoolwork because life, right? So there are going to be days that are not great. Grant yourself some grace and keep it moving. There are going to be some days where you're going to say, this is for the birds. I don't want to do none of this no more. I'm done. Peace out. We're done for the day. Give yourself some grace. Okay. It's going to happen. All right. All right. Well, listen, that's all I have for you. I did not touch on any of the homeschooling or not things we were going to talk about. So there's going to be a part 3 of homeschooling or not, right? This is 2. Mondays was part 1. Today was part 2. And then what I was actually supposed to talk about today is going to be part 3 on Monday. All right. Do me a favor. Do your girl a favor. I'm out here in these homeschool streets helping you succeed. Please help me succeed by liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff, right? Every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. I've got let's see. I told y'all I asked God for something big. Y'all, I asked God for something huge in October, right? Pertaining to this particular situation back in October. Then we got COVID and I had to shut it down. And I was like, Lord have mercy. This never going to work. It's never going to work because I wasted a month of time trying to deal with that situation. But I trust God. I believe God that it's going to work. I now have 6 weeks to get, well, not but I'm expecting that goal to be met in 6 weeks, but I cannot do it without you guys. So I'm asking you to help you girl out. Share, tag, comment, thumbs up, like, whatever you see, that will be great and helpful. Okay. Sue says, you're amazing. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Portia. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I am gone until now. Let's see. Hold on. Wait. There's a comment. Yep. Danette says it's okay. Am I saying that? Danetta, I'm sorry. Danetta says it's okay to learn with your children as well. Absolutely. It's okay to learn with your children. You know what? Let's talk about this. Okay. Real quick. Is this his manual? That's his. So I'm teaching the boys physics. Okay. For the first time ever. I'm teaching the kids some physics from elemental science. They're doing a physics class. And y'all, let me show you my notes from me teaching it, because before we did it, the lesson this week, y'all, I had to actually go and learn it myself. I couldn't remember the laws and all that good stuff, laws of motion and all that. Hold on, y'all. I shared it in my teacher group. And I said, Lord, I'm preparing a lesson for 2 kids. I don't know how y'all do it for 30 plus kids. But look, I don't know if you can see. Y'all see my notes? So on top of what it is that is prepared for me by the curriculum, y'all, I got a whole bunch of notes and highlights and crossed out and all that kind of stuff. You truthfully do learn with your kids. Look, y'all. Look. Okay. You learn with your kids. I'm telling you, you learn with your kids. Okay. Jimmy says, touch and agree with you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm going to jump off of here because I just heard my kids fighting. Something fell or happened, and somebody got real nervous and started whining. So something went down. Let me go catch it and see what's going on. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful, blessed Wednesday, and I will see you again on Monday. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.